Bro, you're the nicest UFC fighter in the world, dude.
Shout out Basement Talk, man.
I'm gonna bite at least 2 of your ears off.
I make more than $1 million in a day sometimes.
You better.
Guess what race I am?
My ass is tanner than your face.
Are we recording?
We'll
Keep that in.
My ass is tanner. I don't know.
I kind of like this setup.
I fuck with it.
I got some more space between us.
And you have the comfy chair, dude.
Oh, you've never sat on
No,
this?
he always sits on that.
Yeah, Kyler always gets this chair.
It's usually me and Kobe in the middle. Kyler's on the edge.
Monty, you sure you don't want to hop on?
Come
Next time.
brother.
The man, the myth, the legend, Monty.
The man, the myth, the legend behind the scenes. No one sees.
At practice, Monty would wear, jeans and like a black tight ass shirt. And he looked like Dana White's freaking
Like
Middle
bodyguard?
Eastern brother.
Middle Eastern Dana White.
Yeah, Dana Brown.
Habib White.
Dana Brown.
Dana Brown.
That's pretty good.
She was awesome.
Sorry.
Terrible shirt choice today.
What, young
is
boy? You bought me
NBA
this
young
shirt.
boy. We were in London and we got it for him.
Who buys somebody a shirt and then shits on it after they wear it?
He did. I like it.
I don't know what he...
Bad friends.
Bad friends.
Do something about it.
I'm gonna learn jujitsu and take you down in a week. Dude, motherfucker.
3 months.
But
Yeah, 3 months. 3 months.
Dude, I've been training for a
Let's
year.
fucking do this.
Let's do this.
I gotta be careful. I don't want to fucking.
Yeah.
He's got big arms.
gonna
Key
grab
off the
him,
mic,
and
dude.
shit.
we starting. All right, guys. Welcome back to Basement Talk. Today we have a special guest. Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to be here. I get to use up some of my time while I'm in California, so this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. We're catching you here, and we're lucky to now be with Zill Media. We're working a lot with the UFC gym in Costa Mesa and Bloodline and all the guys
Shout
over
out
there.
Bloodline.
So we're super excited to start working with you and the whole team. What up, Luis?
Oh, Luis. Right
what's
on
up?
time.
Perfect time.
This is our cleaner guy, Luis.
Yeah.
Stop that. Luis.
Luis, come on.
Compa.
He comes every episode.
Compa.
Come on, we're filming. Get in
Film,
the, hey,
come
get in the
Luis.
camera. Come on.
Luis makes an appearance every once in a while. He's camera shy.
Yeah.
He's camera shy.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
See.
Thank you.
Hasta mañana.
Gracias.
But yeah, dude, thank you for coming on. We
No,
appreciate you giving us
course.
time. And Kyler, Zach, always a pleasure seeing you guys.
I see you
Dan.
too much, man.
Dan, so first thing, why do they call you the Determined?
Man, it was a name I was given probably about a year before I even started fighting. Coach Izzy Martinez, he was a wrestling coach who sent me out to New Mexico to work with Holly Holm. I forgot what my freaking Instagram. I had so many different Instagram names that were like messed up. Like,
Did you
rated
buy
R-
your verification?
Rated R name? No, I don't know.
Natural.
They gave it to me after the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, you're naughty. Okay.
Yeah. But it was a nickname that was given to me when I was, a little bit younger. I was like 23, and man, when I started this sport, it was all hard work, and man, I was determined to get where I am now, and it was a name I had to live into, and it was a name that I had to continue to live into, and now it just makes sense. Now,
He earned it.
yeah.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in the southwest suburbs of Chicago. So
Chicago.
about 35 minutes southwest of Chicago in Orland Park.
Nice.
Not Chirac.
No,
No.
the
He's
nice
from-
part.
he's from the
like
O.
the HB of LA.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And where are you at now, right now?
I'm in my van.
Yes, sir. That's the grind, baby.
I live in Costa Mesa.
Okay.
In my van.
Newport Beach. Pelican Hill, baby.
He's got
I
a
live
beach
where-
view. He's got a beach view.
Wherever the tires take me. That's where
Wherever the tires take
Wherever
The
tires
van is
take
sick though. I saw it the other day. You've got a nice bed in there.
me. Oh,
you
man,
got everything in
I
there.
should have invited you in.
It was sick though. I saw the doors open.
Go
You're
roll around in the
skateboarding-
van
You're
for a little.
skateboarding around. Hey, you
I
got your e-bike
skateboarded to
in
get
there.
I skateboarded to get my coffee that morning because the day before that, I rode my e-bike and I was riding it with a coffee in my hand and I hit the throttle, ate shit, almost fell on my face into Harbor Boulevard. And so this morning
You wearing a helmet?
No.
Oh,
I had a hat on.
He's got a hard head.
But like this morning I had my manager wake me up in my van. Monty, he peeked in my van. He said, "Hey, get up." So I woke up and I'm like, okay, you're gonna take me to get coffee, so I
Bone
got to
chilling, wake up
skateboard
from
down the
Lonnie.
block or fall on my bike again.
When was your first kind of introduction to fighting? Or what kind of fighting was it? How old were you?
Street fight?
Oh, man. No, I never had to get in any street fights.
No?
Bro, you're a 13, 14-year-old kid with cauliflower ear.
Nobody's messing with you?
Yeah, street fights, I never really had to get in any. But like MMA, I was 11 and it was career day at school. And I said I want to be a pro MMA fighter. I think it was like 5th grade, 6th grade. And that teacher actually messaged me on Facebook saying, holy shit, you're doing it, kid. And I remembered that class where I made a brochure saying I want to train in New Mexico under Greg Jackson, where George St. Pierre trains, and
At 11?
at 11.
What did your teacher say then when you wrote that down?
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Kids want to do MMA, or I want to do MMA. Kids want to be in the MLB. Some kids NFL players. Some kids doctors.
He wrote cage fighting.
Yeah. One kid said engineer, and this is like one of my ongoing jokes, but it's real. Like when a kid said engineer, I'm like, this kid wants to live on a train? I didn't know what an engineer was. I thought he meant like
The conductor?
yeah.
He's got the hat and shit.
I'm not dumb, but that's what I thought at the moment. And I'm like, what a dumb job.
So,
Working on the train track.
Engineer.
This was in Chicago, right?
yeah.
Okay.
so what attracted you to fighting at 11 years old?
Honestly, it was just cool to watch people like George St. Pierre, dude. Watching a crowd, and it was the closest thing that people can, at that time, were able to relate to wrestling. You know, not many kids in school knew what wrestling was. You know, in junior high, middle school. But you say UFC, they're like, oh, I've heard of that. I've seen it. It wasn't popping like it is now. That was what year would that?
I don't think I was born.
That would have been 2002, 2001.
Yeah, I just started to exist.
Yeah.
I had a
so
year.
it was like that wasn't popping yet.
No.
And I forgot all about it. I forgot all about MMA, just wrestled in high school, and then after high school I went on to wrestle Division II, and after I got done wrestling, I quit the college wrestling team. I was a captain and I quit my 5th year. So it was my last year, because I redshirted my freshman year. I was about to not graduate. And I was like, man, I got to focus on my grades. So I, went full throttle on school, got a paid internship. I was working, put on the suit and tie every day. And I was okay with that until it took me away from like fitness. I wasn't training. And I think I lasted like a week of not being on the wrestling team, where I'm like, okay, I got to go train. So I hit up the wrestling coach in Chicago, Izzy Martinez. And he's like, yeah, come on in. And I started working with, high-level high school wrestlers who were going on to wrestle at different colleges all over the country. And that was kind of my introduction. I did that because something in my head said, I want to fight.
How crazy is that jump going from like high school wrestling to college?
It's like trying to get your black belt.
Really?
It's like trying to get your black
It's like
belt.
going
man.
from
It's that hard.
Taco
College
Bell to
wrestling,
Del Taco.
and that was Division II. I always thought I was capable of wrestling Division I if I would have put in the work in high school or as a kid. Doing the extra work that those D1 wrestlers did to deserve that. And that's always hard for me to look back at, where I'm like, man, I wish I would have done a little bit more.
Yeah.
Wish I would have done more. I wish I would have given it my full effort. And that's why, like, with fighting, it's, to make it this far in fighting, I'm like, oh, this is that last shot that I wanted. This is that last shot to give something my everything. Give it my full focus and make sure there's no regrets at the end of this.
So we talked to a lot of fighters about this, and how has your mom and dad or your family kind of been on board with your whole fighting, especially at a young age? Like you coming home and you're saying, hey, mom, dad, I want to be a UFC fighter. Like, how did they take that news? Because every parent's different, obviously.
So I was 22, 23, and it was when I started working with Izzy, and he brought me up to Milwaukee to work with Anthony Pettis and Sergio Pettis.
Whoa.
I didn't know who these guys were.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know who they were. I didn't watch MMA like that. I had no idea. Anthony was already a world champion, a superstar in the UFC.
Done it all.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go work out with Pettis. And the first day I worked out with him, he guillotined me and I bit through both sides of my tongue. I didn't even own a mouthpiece at this point, and I was like, oh, damn, that shit works.
Is that the
Jiu-jitsu
video I saw on
works.
your Instagram? I saw a video of your face super bloody after.
No, I got
No?
headbutted.
Oh.
That was an old picture.
So before that, did you think, hey, my wrestling will trump jujitsu?
Yeah,
type of thing?
and I was like, oh, that's why I'm being brought in to train with him. And he messed me up, and I was like, okay, I need to get good at this. If I want to work with these fighters, I got to learn how to
It's an
fight.
eye opener.
Yeah, and then, I kept going, and that's when talks of, all right, we're going to send you to New Mexico, and you're going to work with Holly Holm, and, you're going to be training. And after that first trip to New Mexico, well, during that first trip, I had already met Cub Swanson before in Chicago. But during that trip, I was about to go home, and Cub was just getting to New Mexico, and he asked me to stick around for another month. And I was like, okay. But when I got home from that trip, because Cub said he was going to help me, get a fight and train. And
How long ago was that?
almost 9 years, about 9
That's
years.
crazy.
And that's when my parents were like, really, this is what you want to do? And I was like, please, I think I can get signed to a big promotion when I'm 28 years old. Give me 5 years at this point it was 6 years. 6 years of, full focus on this. I think I can get into a promotion. My parents were like, yeah, whatever, go for it.
That's
They
awesome.
gave me their support. They're like, go for it. So it was a year of, learning how to fight. And then I took my first amateur fight. And then from my first amateur fight that Cub Swanson got me to my first UFC fight, almost to the day. My first UFC fight was on a Saturday. My first amateur fight was on a Friday. 5 years.
That's incredible.
5 years exactly.
That's
Almost
nuts.
to the day. 5 years to the weekend.
Do you text your parents, I told you so?
No.
No.
No, my dad, I was like, man, I'm so happy. Like when I got signed and everything, he was like, for the longest time, it was, man, a lot of guys are trying to do this. And then it got to a point after The Ultimate Fighter where my dad was kind of like, hey, you're right there. You're at the doorstep. You're almost there. And then when I got signed, I told him, he goes, no way. Really? No, like it was hard for him to believe.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we did it. And he was like, I knew you could do it. And it was one of those things he's always told me since day one. Like, when I say I'm going to do something, I've done it. Some people tell me I overthink or I overstress about things, but it's the fact that I set a plan, and those deadlines and those plans are super important to me.
Stay determined.
Yeah.
How
But-
good has training over the years, like, too, working under guys like Cub? When you first met Cub, how was it? You knew who Cub was.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Wanna
It's
hear
a
about that
legend.
story?
It was incredible. The first time I met him was in a wrestling room, and I got brought in. It was during like Christmas break, and Coach Izzy said, "Oh, come by to the gym. I got 2 guys here that I got to train." I'm like, okay. So I go in, and it's Cub Swanson and Juan Archuleta, and they throw a pair of MMA gloves at me, and Cub's like by the wall, like waiting for me.
Just hungry.
And Coach Izzy goes, yeah, take him down. And I'm like, okay. Getting like a wrestling stance. Yeah. And Cub just 2 pieces me. Boom, boom. And I'm like, I grab him and he fucked me up, dude. I had 2 black eyes. I had a job interview.
No way.
I had a job interview.
But the next day?
Yeah. At the Microsoft office in Oak Brook, Illinois. So like it's kind of like the Irvine. It's like the Irvine business district of the southwest suburbs. And man, I went to it, and these 2 ladies that were interviewing me, we were at this like long executive table, and they're looking at me,
Like, who's this savage?
and they're just staring at me, and they're like, "Oh, what happened to your face? You get in a fight?" I was like, "Yeah."
yeah, you just left
And
it at that?
and then I started laughing, and they're like,
Oh, no.
definitely never got that call back.
Oh.
Best job interview of my life. The only time I've never received a job.
That's
Were you happy though? It
crazy.
didn't, you didn't
Led
get
to
that
the
job?
best job of your life.
What does Cub know about this story now?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
laughs about it.
Yeah, it was the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Best
It-
2-piece you ever took? Mm-hmm. Yep.
and then, like I said, then a couple months later, he sees me in New Mexico after I get done working with Holly. And he brought me out to. This was crazy, you know. He kind of set a couple rules for me. He's like, you don't say no to a fight, and you don't say no to training opportunities. Those are two things that you just never know. You never know if they're gonna present themselves again.
Or lead
And
to
like,
something.
yeah, and like sometimes, like if you say no to a fight because you're like, oh, I'm not ready, or that guy's really good, or this or that, you're gonna get what you're asking for. Your next fight might even be harder.
Yeah.
So when you say training opportunities, is it maybe like sparring with someone or
That-
training with someone like a different team? Or
There's that, or you know, someone inviting, like when you're at a certain level and you get invited to a camp to go train, and you're gonna have all these new partners and new experience, like stuff like that.
makes
and
you a
so-
better fighter, right?
Learn new styles. You learn
Heck
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And so after the Holly one, when Cub had me stay out, I'm like, okay, so I stayed with him for a little bit longer, and then I'm like, so how am I getting home back to Chicago? He's like, oh, I'm gonna bring you to my fight with me. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I go out to his fight, and after his fight, I'm like, so what now? He's like, oh, I'm gonna send you to Chicago. You're gonna keep training, and I'll call you when. He's like, just keep training. I'll call you when it's time to do it again. So I go back to Chicago, and it's about to be wrestling season, and I mix myself up in a little bit of trouble. Let's just say I had a long night, and I was driving a car one morning when I shouldn't have been. Never got in trouble, but I had someone know that, like, hey, you shouldn't be driving. This is how dumb I was, man. Midwest activity.
Midwest activity.
Ohio.
And,
keys were called?
You know, my coach straight up, you're fired. You're done. And you're done. He said, you're drunk. You're never gonna change. Good luck with your life. Ooh. And man, that hurt. And I was supposed to go train with Cub in like 3 weeks. And Cub texted me one day, and he had no idea what was happening. He texted me one day, and he's like, so how's it going out there? You ready to come out here? And I'm like, ooh, have you not talked to Coach? He's like, no. And then I gave him a breakdown of what happened. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm willing to change my life to chase this. I messed up really bad. If there's anything you can say or do to, you know, give me another chance. Cub never texted me back. It was on red. And I was like, oh, man, I just ruined my life.
Damn.
You know, my opportunity to do this was, I drank it away.
It was right there.
Yeah. And like 2 days before I was supposed to leave, Cub texted me, hey, talk to Coach Izzy. So I call Coach, and he's like, oh, meet me at this restaurant. We went to this little Greek diner, like little breakfast spot, and Coach just went off on me in front of all these little old people trying to enjoy their
Disciplined you.
breakfast. Just went off on me. And there's a plane ticket on this little diner table, just getting yelled at. Why should I give you this ticket? You could have ruined my life, your life. I heard it all. And at the end of it, he just looked at me. He's like, you're Cubs' problem now. He's like, you're Cubs. You're never going to train in Chicago again. I was like, damn. In the back of my head, I was like, damn. But then I was like, psh, I'm going out to California.
I'm Cubs' problem now.
I'm about to be on vacation. Reality check.
You're like, Cub, I'm your problem now.
Dude, reality check,
But at
man.
that time, Cub was training in Palm Springs, right?
So 2 days later, I'm texting Cub, and Cub doesn't know the full story, but he knows I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Is that
And
something we could talk about, the details there? What,
of me getting in trouble?
yeah, like what was...
No, probably not.
Yeah, okay.
It got him kicked off the team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I wasn't allowed to. You
Yeah.
know, I was just
He had too much
dumb kid.
McDonald's.
Yeah, too much McDonald's the night before.
Too much milk.
Extra
But,
mac sauce.
And Cub's wife, you know, his wife picked me up from the airport, and she picked me up from Ontario Airport. I don't know why I flew into Ontario, but we had to drive all the way to Palm Desert, to India.
It's a long drive.
Wait, yeah,
And
what?
his wife is pregnant with their first kid. And I'm in the car with her, and I'm just kind of like, this whole time, I'm like, man, I wonder if she knows what I did. I wonder if she knows I'm in trouble. So I'm just nervous as hell. I'm like,
You don't know what she knows about you.
yeah. And I'm like, she's a pregnant lady. I'm about to stay in her house, and she knows I'm a shithead. And I'm like, oh, man. And we get to Cub's house, and Cub gets home from practice. It's late at night. And I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm in California. This is what we're doing. This is my life now. He shows me a bedroom. There's a mattress on the ground, a blanket, a pillow, and a towel. He's like, oh, there's your room. Coffee's on at 8 o'clock. We're going to work out, come home, go for a run. Then we're going to lift. Then we go lay down for a little bit, practice at night, do it all over again in the morning. No car, I don't got no money. This was my life. It was almost like I got put in like a rehab.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, oh man, this is okay. So I did that for like 4 weeks.
It's like a
5
army
weeks.
Well, what was
schedule.
your emotions like too when you're in that situation?
Terrified. I'm like, is this gonna be pointless? Am I not gonna enjoy this? And that's where it went wrong. I was thinking about enjoyment, not realizing the sacrifice that has to be put into this sport.
And when you look back now too, it's
I look back at it and I'm like,
So thankful for it.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I needed that. I needed this guy he knew where I was, and he helped me fix it.
You shifted your life.
Yeah, he helped me fix it. You know, at that point, you know, from that time on, I think I was California sober for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, and then I had a glass of wine and dabbled a little bit. But yeah, man, it changed my life. You know, he got me my first fight after that, you know. But everything was, you don't say no to your opportunities, you know. I was supposed to be in California for like 4 or 5 weeks. And then at the end of that trip, he's like, I'm like, how am I getting home? And he's like, you're coming to New Mexico with me. We're going to drive.
Wow.
So then we drive to New Mexico. And we're in New Mexico for like another 4 weeks. We're living in a hotel. And at the end of that, I'm like, okay, again, how am I getting home? He's like, you're coming to my fight with me, which was in Nashville. We go to his fight, and after that fight, I'm like it was almost fight week. I'm like, so what am I doing after your fight? He goes, I'm going to send you back to New Mexico. You're going to drive my car to Palm Springs, and then I got a fight for you in 2 months.
Okay, so pause really quick. Was this that point of time where I saw an interview that Cub made you do?
No.
That was way later?
That interview that I did for Cub,
What was the point of that?
that was...
Wait, what
that
are we
was
talking
like a year and a
about?
half ago.
Yeah, give us some backstory. Cub.
So was this before the fight, right? A press conference?
Yeah, but that was like a year and a half ago. We're
Oh.
talking 7 years ago.
Oh, I thought that was a long time. That was nuts.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was insane.
We were messing around. He's like, man, I don't feel like answering these questions. And I just got signed to the UFC. So he's like, let's work on your skills.
Little media training?
Yeah.
No,
he's
he
like,
literally-
I already had, dude. the
Oh,
nice
how
thing
big
with-
was that room with interviewers? Was there a bunch of people?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people in this room.
all the
Oh, so
the
it's like a
UFC
press conference.
It's a
Yeah, it was
press
all the
conference,
Yeah.
and Cub is sitting there like this.
And you're talking for him?
And they'd go, so Cub, how are you feeling for your next fight? And then
Remember the Step Brothers scene?
yeah, and
That's what it was.
And then he grabbed
guys
the mic and
interviewed
he
together?
goes, "Oh, he's feeling great. Oh, he's feeling great. He's trained really
We're
hard."
here to interview you.
Yeah, he did. He did the whole. That was one
if
of
you
the
said
that could be a
something
helpful
wrong.
That was
tactic.
fun, dude.
That's so funny.
All
the comments
all
were
the
so funny.
dumb shit that
You should have had the butler suits on. It would have
I
made
saw
it.
that though. That was all over ESPN.
Oh.
That was hilarious.
Oh, that's so funny.
Who was
Yeah,
Cub fighting in Nashville at that time?
He fought Artem Lobov.
He went down to
Conor
135.
McGregor's. No. In Nashville, dude, that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Or almost 8.
Wow.
That was Artem Lobov.
Artem
But
Lobov.
the fight that I did the interview for him, that was a year and a half ago when he dropped down to bantamweight, and that was against Jonathan Martinez. And that kid's on a tear right now.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard of him.
I'm gonna take it a little off topic here. I'm gonna show you a little photo too. Maybe we can pop it up in the video. But
Oh God.
How do
What's
my
this?
legs look? Can you see my legs?
yeah, he's
Dude.
popping. Ladies, let him know in the comments how his legs.
Yo, how
are.
do
No,
my
no,
legs
No,
look?
no.
You got some
Ladies,
big
chill.
calves.
Okay, when
Thanks. They're my mom's calves.
Holy
Shout out, Mom.
You have like soccer legs.
Thanks.
That was weird.
Yeah, what?
No, like soccer players have ripped legs. Hey guys, yes, I'm on a private jet, and none of this would be possible without our sponsor, Zill Media. If you need any social media or any content done, or even start a podcast like ours, they are the best in the business. Go to zillmedia.com and mention Basement Talk for a discount on their services. Now let's get back to the episode. Let's get off this fake jet. Go get back to the episode.
All right, when I type your name in on Google, the first thing that pops up is ESPN.com.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
your name, and then in parentheses it says Peso Pluma. I was wondering if we could get get an explanation for this. I looked it up.
All of us looked
I
it
see
up,
no
yeah.
ties between you and Peso Pluma. I don't know.
That's kind of funny. I'd never knew
You've never
that,
seen it here. Show me.
but that means featherweight.
Oh, that means Peso Pluma means
What?
featherweight? Yeah. No, it doesn't. Yeah. In Spanish?
In Spanish.
Wait, what? So what?
You didn't know that?
Hey, we don't speak Spanish.
I had a dude who reads Spanish read that before, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna ask him this. Like, you gotta make me not look dumb because I don't speak Spanish. Bro, Raj, dang, dude.
No
Raj?
way.
Just kidding. I'm a Mexican rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that means featherweight.
Oh, okay, dang. I was like, dude, does he do like some Corditos music on the side? I had no idea, bro. I had no idea.
Oh man,
I wasn't expecting that. That was great.
Sorry.
I didn't know that meant
That was funny
So,
too.
What were you saying?
The other day I was watching you spar, and you like stop sparring. You're like, "Hey, have you ever done caca on your shin pads?"
Wait, what?
Remember that? You remember
what?
that? You were like, "Yo, have you ever like had to go take a caca on your shin pads?"
Oh. Yeah, that was a real
Wait, because didn't they
was
come in
that
and
was
they're,
so
they,
funny.
they're
No,
drug
we were wondering
testing,
like,
right?
like imagine you're at the gym and you're just a regular member, right?
Yeah.
And you look over at like, let's say you're taking a shit, and you look at the stall next to you and you just see shin guards. You always check out the shoes of the guy shitting next to you. If they're
I go like this.
Yeah,
you
you try to get a peep like, oh, those are cool socks, or
Yeah.
nice dunks. 2022 wants them back. Like you look at them.
Everyone always
I've been roasted for these shoes too
gets
many
roasted
times.
every pod.
But
she just roasted.
But so I was like asking my friends because I did it. I was like, you ever like just go in the toilet and you still have your shin guards on or before practice? Because imagine what that looks like if you're like, man, this guy.
I'm sitting next to a Power Ranger
Yeah.
right
Or
now.
imagine
Like,
you
what the
got your boxing gloves on. You're
And then, well, that was the next part. Then we started talking about like,
wipe
shit
with
with
the glove?
boxing gloves.
yeah. We were talking about it like he was like, yeah, I've had shit with hand wraps on.
No.
And I'm thinking, I'm like,
You just use the hand wrap?
Well, no, I'm like, you got boxing gloves? How are you? You can't do that. Did you call someone to help you?
He just wraps it.
And then everyone was like, no, it's stupid. Like, we meant like when your hands are wrapped and you could still, wipe your butt. And then I was laughing, and then that's when one of our other guys goes,
Caca.
because your hand wraps are always white tape. So we're like, man, what if you went back to the,
what did one of the boys?
what if you walked back and you got
That's
fucking
where ringworm comes
poop
from.
on your hand wraps?
we
You
got
gotta
a skid
redo
mark on
this.
his hand wrap.
Oh my God. I'm surprised you
Just get brown hand wraps.
brought that.
Oh, that's
No,
terrible, bro.
I was like, I couldn't stop laughing, dude, for like the whole day.
Having used
got
the bathroom
brown
with shin
trunks
guards
on.
on.
It
No
just, it
suspicion?
reminded me of when I was playing soccer and like just like locker room talk, dude.
Dude, I got nervous because I had to get drug tested this week. And when they took me downstairs, is that when you guys were there?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Wait.
insane. The guy
Oh,
came
yeah.
up.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
that's
were there.
why it came up because
No, he came up right
yeah,
in front of me.
when
I saw it.
When I was down there, I had to take a piss.
Cody got
and
nervous.
well,
was
I
it?
had to piss for the drug test, and I was like standing like with my feet split apart because I didn't want my strong stream to splash on my shin guards. So that's what the question came up. And then like
Wait.
after
Little
I,
sprinkler
well,
head
I'm at the urinal and come on, don't
You're just like
don't-
this.
Don't act like you don't get splashes on your shoes. A little.
No, you're right. You're right.
So I was like standing. First, I used the little kid urinal, the short one, and then I stood like almost in a split so that nothing would splash on my shin guards. Now I just look stupid because stuff still splashed on my shin guards, and then I'm sitting there just talking to the drug tester. I have a sanitation,
Then you
one of those
kick someone
sanitizing
with
wipes from the
that.
bathroom, and I'm
Gets
like,
a wet
I'm
blanket.
wiping my shin guards off, all the piss off them, dude.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
How often are they checking?
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends. I've been tested a few times.
Zach's not natty.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell I'm on trend, TRT, all that.
What's TRT?
Like testosterone. You know what I mean? It's a good thing you don't know what it is.
Because
I'm so glad I don't.
he's
take
producing
that.
too much estrogen.
If I'm gonna look like that, I'm not taking it.
Yeah, yo, this, hey,
That's
all,
how- hey,
all
that's how you know
gym
the
bros,
shit
this is
doesn't
what
work.
trend makes you look like. We're putting out a
Shit doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Do you think you could take Bradley Marin?
That big dude?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run away from him until he gasses out, sits down, and then I'll get his.
Did you
ass.
see him and Logan Paul just fought?
I didn't see the actual fight, but I've been watching.
It like didn't get filmed or whatever, but
Yeah.
apparently Logan.
They're all
Paul-
sweaty and shit
like, top-knotted
afterwards.
him.
I wonder what they did.
They were just
like-
kissing.
They're just shirtless and sweaty, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, come on, I want to see the film.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's dope. That's badass.
Oh, it was cool that they didn't film it.
Two big guys are beefing. They want to get down. Go for it.
Nah, that was really
That's
cool.
why you don't talk shit on
It was
Twitter.
actually
respectable
cool
than half
too.
the
They
shit
didn't
people
have
do.
to like wait and like film it
Yeah.
all, make it like a big deal. They just
That was cool. Like, dude, like I said earlier, you're gonna get what you asked for. You talk shit online, you're gonna get what you asked for.
Yeah.
I sign up for it. I sign a piece of paper that says, "Okay, I'm gonna go get some on this date."
Yeah.
But why do I gotta talk shit? I'm already signing up to go do it. You know, so like for these guys, like to actually talk shit and then
And
want to
actually do
fight,
something.
it's like badass.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
What are your emotions like before a fight too? Are you nervous, excited? Are you scared?
Nervous, excited, scared.
All of it?
Sometimes I gotta throw up or shit, piss. Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It's
everything.
weird. It's
I'd be shitting myself.
I talk to my dad about this stuff all the time because my dad always says, "Oh, I'm living through you." And there's some stuff that
No.
I wouldn't know how to explain.
Yeah.
You know, like
You're going to battle.
yeah, and your body knows what's about to happen. So it's like, okay, I got to keep
reacting.
pissing. You think you're just nervous, but no, your body understands what's happening. You've done it before, so it's gonna get rid of everything in your system. So there's nothing that holds you back from war.
You're not gonna shit yourself.
Yeah, your body's gonna get rid of it so that so that you're ready for war, you know. And when it comes to like the nerves, like my last couple fights, you know, I tried to like channel it differently. Tried to tell myself like weeks before when I'm nervous, but I changed it. I said I'm excited. You know,
Yeah.
every eye at every sports bar in the world is about to watch me. I'm excited for
It's like
that.
a mental switch.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. You never know the last time you're going to be able to get in a fist fight on TV. I'm excited for that. You know, and that's how I use it. It's, you know, I like to smile for the camera, talk to the camera. I'll talk during my fight because it's fun. I enjoy it. I was talking to my manager. I'm like, if I can sign a 20 fight contract and fight at, you know, they tell me to fight up a weight class and that, no, you're good. Just have an entertaining fight. Man, I would do it once a month.
It's a Kevin Holland contract.
Once a month.
Yeah.
I would love to be that active. But the fact is, you know, at bantamweight, I can only do it like 3 times a year. The cut's pretty intense.
Yeah.
And that weight class is, man, bantamweight's the toughest weight class right now.
And what
I
are you
believe.
walking around
They're
at?
up right now.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that.
300.
I wanted to talk.
Like to featherweight, I can make featherweight on a week's notice. So to like, if that opportunity ever presents itself where they were like, hey man, 12 fight contract, we just need you to fight once a month. Just go out there and throw some leather.
Easy money?
Hell yeah. Not easy money, but fun. It's the coolest job in the world. And to go do that, like, that's one thing I'll say. It's the pressure is different. You know, I've gone into fights with no pressure and I've had the best time of my life. I've gone into fights with pressure and, you know, it's reserved me to fight safer. So it's like, it changes a lot.
other than like guys like Cub and all the guys you guys have at Bloodline, who is some of the fighters you've learned a ton from?
Oh, man. Dude, the list is huge.
Endless.
I've been able to to train under so many like special people and like in all different walks of life. I've been able to be around some of the best war fighters that our country's ever had. You know, I've been able to be around some of the best MMA fighters, best boxers, best kickboxers, best jiu-jitsu fighters, you know. Some of my top favorite outside of, you know, Cub and the Bloodline guys would have to be like the one guy who can get me starstruck about him every time. Every time I see him, he shows me nothing but love, and I feel like a little brother where he's just awesome to me. Tim Kennedy.
Oh,
he's the
wow.
best,
OG.
man. That's a fighter. That guy's a fighter, just through and through. Holly Holm. You know, Holly Holm made sure I had all these opportunities and that, you know, I always stayed on top of my shit. You know, and she still helps me out. She helps me and my fiance out. You know, we just made the move out to New Mexico, and she helped us build some furniture for our house.
Oh, sweet.
So it's like, you know, like an older sister, man. She's awesome. Who else?
I saw John Jones is like super supportive of you.
Dude, he's cool as hell, man. We share one of our mentors, the same person, Coach D. I live up in his cabin in New Mexico, and you know he's also a shooting instructor for us. He was a special forces fighter back in the day, and you know he also trains John in shooting as well. So like we share that same interest. So it's always, you know, it's cool to get support from those guys. That's the best guy on the planet at doing this thing. You know, he's the best at it.
He is. There's nobody better.
I think so.
Yeah, he's the best
Everybody
at it.
thinks
And,
so, yeah.
you know, my mentor always talks about that guy picks up anything and he can already be the best at it. Shooting guns, he could be the best at it. Bow and arrow, he could be the best at it. And that guy's going to go down in history books. He's like the Achilles of our time. You know, in hundreds of years, you're still going to see stuff about him.
Yeah.
The pound for pound best in the world right now is Islam. And I saw Dana White just did an interview, and he was saying, I don't understand how the fans have put Islam over John Jones.
No, it's not true.
People
I
are
don't
just like,
Is it
understand that
activity?
either.
but the fans vote. That's what Dana
But
said.
even on activity,
but people
it's like
are saying,
John Jones came off nobody's
The
done what
same
he's done on
fans
that
that voted
streak.
for that are walking around with the shirt that says, like, Free Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Those are
He has that
He has a
shirt.
Hezbollah tee.
I know.
You called, you
Same
know,
fan.
he smelt it on you. He smelt it on you.
Yeah.
I did have one of those shirts.
That's crazy, right?
that's awesome.
I had a Hezbollah t-shirt. I'm not, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
He's like, fuck, I was going to wear my Hezbollah t-shirt to International Fight Week. Now I got to probably throw away my Happy Dad hat, too. Shit.
On the money.
That's actually
At least
crazy.
you don't got pandas on.
Dude.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
It's always back to the pan.
We should like put those in like a clear box. You just like set them right here.
Just free roast
Fucking
stash.
cobwebs on
You
them.
should sign them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have all the fighters sign it.
Killed.
Those
today.
did get so
Yeah.
popular,
Sign-
dude.
Just
Sign
a
my
date.
beaters. Yeah, I
Killed.
don't even
That's
know, dude.
today.
That's crazy. Yeah, those are
on
disgusting.
You know what? Okay, but here's the thing. I think they're cool shoes.
Yeah,
I think they're cool. Like
I'm not like a sneaker.
my shoes are either gonna be white. I don't go black Air Force activity on shoes. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
all
scary.
black,
I actually had the black Air Force, but the high top.
all black shoes.
Okay.
that's
High
crazy.
top is nuts. With the Velcro strap on the top.
The ankle monitors.
Those are rare.
It's an ankle monitor protector.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, either white shoes, white and black, or gray.
Yeah, they do the job, bro.
No, they're cool.
You get more girls with those, Zach?
I don't know. I might have to let the dogs out next episode. Take a tip.
What's up?
Is
All
he the
his-
first
dude.
person that's worn flip flops on the pod?
I mean, I think
I
so.
don't know.
That's awesome.
No, I think Wilkes did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, James Fida did.
See?
So all the
He's legend too.
Those
Yeah,
toes, though, are twisted, bro.
No, mine are worse.
Twisted.
Yo,
T.
okay.
I have broken feet.
No,
I mean,
but
broken
watch this.
feet. Broken
Watch
toes.
this. I didn't
What?
show you guys this.
Vietnam.
I'll show the camera. But like, you know, like little gecko hands when they're on like a glass.
No.
You never seen that?
Yeah, it's like the.
Oh,
My feet look like
little lizard paws.
yeah.
let's see. I hope the color can get that.
All the foot fetish girls are loving this.
I got like a couple.
What girls,
one of my
dude? It's
party-
90%
I got
dudes.
like 2 party tricks. One of them, I can control my pinky toe.
Oh, whoa.
That takes a lot of mind and body.
McKenna's like looking.
It's a lethal pinky toe kick nobody's ever seen before.
That's power, man.
That's power.
Dude,
There's
Okay.
some muscle there.
Yeah,
He's knocked people out with that
Your
pinky
big
toe.
toe is for power. Your pinky toe is agility. That's what your toes do. This one's power
What about
to
the
push
middle
off
one?
of.
It's like hitting nerve points
Those
with
are
the pinky
pointless, I
toe.
think.
Yeah.
Would you cut them off?
But like, this one is for power to like push off of it, and your pinky toe, obviously, it's to like balance.
Yeah.
Those muscles. And look what I could do,
Oh, whoa.
What the fuck?
bro. Try to do it. You're gonna.
Do any of you guys have flat feet?
Ow!
Like semi-flat.
stubs his toe.
They're not going to get much worse.
Like, dude, like,
Yeah, dude. He just stubbed his toe on the chest.
but like, look on my left one.
You can't do it.
No.
Well, look
Wait,
at that thing,
I don't
dude.
got the mind
That looks
body
like a little
connection.
meatball.
That thing
But
is
time out. Watch this shit. Watch it.
Oh, dude.
Bro, everything in my look.
It's like a car accident on Instagram
starts
Reels. You
sweating.
just can't
Isn't
look
that a
away.
workout?
Isn't it interesting though how have you seen people's feet that don't wear shoes growing up and how their feet look like
Like
hands?
we have a homie
Monty,
that
let's see your feet.
his first time. His first
he
time
just
on the
gave a
pod.
look like, no way.
Basement talk.
Can we?
Subs see his feet.
We should censor my feet out, and for everyone who wants to see them, make them pay $5.
okay,
Yeah.
OnlyFans coming soon. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking wiki
Feet finder.
Fighter feet. That's what we'll call
blur
it.
it out.
Yeah, blur my foot out, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, what does it look like?"
You guys have to DM on Instagram to
That's
see.
good business.
Little hustle, huh?
Yeah, see what this guy's feet look like.
I wanted to ask you about your time on The Ultimate Fighter, what that was like going in there. And I know you and Uriah are chin twins.
The Ultimate Fighter was cool.
Yeah.
It was exactly what my friends and coaches said to me. It was a vehicle for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, you're made for reality TV. And then Monty told me, yeah, you got the face made for radio. And I was like,
Damn.
Damn, Monty.
that was tough. That was tough when I heard that.
He's laughing. He's standing on it.
Holy. Wait, what
At
does that
first,
mean
I'm like,
though?
oh, that's so nice. Face made for radio?
Oh, wait, there's
so
no
one
face.
can see you.
Oh, fuck.
How did he just get that?
They only want to listen, brother.
I'm so stupid, dude. God.
Dude, he gets hit in the head every
I know.
day.
I don't even. Yeah.
He's
This
I was like laughing too right now. Like
It's
I
a
got
steel
the joke.
cage.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm so stupid.
This is a middleweight's head.
Yeah.
Big head.
He's got a Strickland head on him. Indestructible.
Dude. But no, back to the Ultimate Fighter. Man, cool. It was cool. Would I ever do it again? Fuck no. Hell no. Felt
Why?
like jail.
Yeah.
No cell phone, no music, no TV, no radio, no nothing, no electronics. I fought the second week. That was my first fight, and it was against Ricky Tercios.
Yeah.
And I lost in the third round. I spent 7, almost 8 months cutting down to 135 pounds for that one night. Because that was my first time weighing 135 since I was 16 years old. So like that weight cut took a lot out of me. I think I
insane.
ran like 150 miles a month, dude. It was
Wow.
It was crazy. The amount I was running just to get the weight down and lose muscle and so after I lose to Ricky, now I'm just in this house. Cameras don't care about you because you lost.
Yeah.
You're just chilling. And we did some funny stuff like day 30. It was before I fought. I woke up. I had a wet dream. That's cool.
It was cool. Homie sitting on the bunk next to
didn't
you.
forget it.
I woke up in the morning and there's a camera.
No.
Up in the corner of my bedroom. And
Did they put that in the
Dana
I
White's
wish. I wish. But
They just see him
but
drying up in the pillow.
They probably have that footage still. They're gonna find it now.
But I stand up and I got an oyster in my shorts and I
Oyster in my
and I look up
Oyster.
I look up I look up at the camera and I'm like, oh, I did it. And dude, so
Defeated.
so
in his own
because
splooge.
that was the thing. I was like, man, Man, 30 days living in this house. I'm like,
Had to happen sometime.
I'm like, I'm supercharged. You know, I'm ready to fight.
Homie's
My
built up.
testosterone is through the underwear. Crazy.
Thought it would be suspicious.
And I go out to the pool, and my friends were already laying out by the pool. And I walk up, the cameras look at me, because they know what happened.
Have you changed?
They know what, yeah,
Okay.
fuck yeah. But they know what happened to me. So the cameras are aimed at me. And my friends are laying by the
Dude
pool.
just had a dream.
And I'm like looking at my friends, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, he did it.
Was it like a race?
Andre Petrosky was like, man, this guy's supercharged. He's oozing testosterone in his sleep. Dude, that was one of the funniest things ever. And I did hear about other UFC fighters in the past having wet dreams while they're in the house. Because, dude,
You made the club.
you're,
It's like the Mile High Club.
bro. Oh my God, supercharged.
Supercharged.
Dan,
That's hilarious.
what provides you peace outside of fighting? It's a little switch up from wet dreams, but
The wet dreams.
Honestly, I would say my family, my fiance, and I know it has to do with fighting, but you know, seeing my other friends succeed, seeing my managers succeed, seeing all these guys succeed, and that keeps me at peace because it's like, man, I'm part of something bigger. And then, you know, with my fiance, to see her succeed, it makes me at peace to see her become a dentist in the last 4 years. She became a dentist, and I got signed to the UFC.
how'd you guys meet?
Tinder.
He needed his teeth fixed.
Wow, really? How
Met
long ago
on-
was that? Must have been beginnings of Tinder.
7 years ago. Oh, we caught the last train out, dude.
Wow.
Before it got crazy.
Yeah, before shit got
Yeah.
wild.
I've never been on there.
Bro.
Should I
before it
tap
got-
in?
No, don't do it.
No,
Okay.
no, stay away.
Don't don't do it unless you like Latina girls.
Peso Pluma.
Wait, I'm going to. Damn, I might download it now.
No, we met.
Shit.
Unless you like loyal Latina girls.
For our 95% male audience, they you know, are you guys listening to
I
that?
know the boys
But
have
yeah,
it.
no, we met on Tinder, and it was, dude, it was wild. Like, this was around the time, like, you know, 7 years ago. Was it 7 or 8 years?
She's going to
Damn.
be mad.
Damn.
Cut it.
Yeah,
He knew the time.
we're at
8 years
7
ago.
Yeah, but it was around that time, like when we were all like, oh, our phones can listen to us, like when your phones are picking up your ads all day.
I'm still
It was
like
around that time, like 7 years ago. Like oh shit, I was just talking about this, and then my phone showed me this monthly planner that I was talking about, like stuff like that.
Were you just talking about loyal Latinas?
But exactly, my phone brought me this girl, this angel, and then it turns out, you know, her dad was a collegiate Division I college wrestler. Her dad was a professional kickboxer. It runs in her family as well. So her family knew, you know, my profession, and they seen the level I was trying to do it at. So it just kind of like
Clicked.
yeah, man, she just like fit into my life like a puzzle piece.
She got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and ever since then, man, the both of us, it's like climbing a mountain together. We're trying to just reach our goals. Sometimes she has to help me up. Sometimes I have to help her, and we just, you know, we're doing life,
backbone.
man. It's
cool,
cool. It's
bro.
exciting.
Is she
is
in
cool.
New Mexico right now?
Yeah, we just moved back a couple weeks ago.
Good stuff.
So that's why I'm living in my van.
Is she gonna come back out here?
She liked the van?
Probably to see our friends and
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, I could see her coming back out. But for right now, you know, she's about to start working soon. So, you know, we were sitting there before I had to leave. I was like, man, you know, we just got fun. Like, we just got done like having fun in our new house. You know, building stuff, designing stuff, and
Yeah, that's always cool.
And then it was like, okay, bye. I'm gonna be gone living in my van for a month.
Yeah.
And it's like, it makes it sad because it's like you got a taste of that next step in life, you know. And then when we were sad, when I had to leave, she was like, listen, this is good. This means you're not settling. This means that you're willing to continue to make yourself uncomfortable. You're willing to continue to chase these goals and sacrifice. And, you know, it's one of those things that I like to show the younger guys as well. Like, I don't got to live in a van for a month. You know, I could ask friends that have a place. I can go get a hotel. Or I can go get an Airbnb. But the van it's humbling.
It's the grind too.
It's humbling. You know, I remember when I was I'm glad that I have this van. But I remember as an amateur, I was like, man, before I met my girl, it's like, if I had a van, I'd be good. I'll just be able to park at training, go train, you know, go hang out, freaking do whatever I got to do all day, every day, and go travel. Thank goodness that I never got a van back then. I think my life, I would have been stuck. I would have been comfortable
Take
with
your
that.
Tinder dates to the van.
Yeah. Oh, stop. But like, I would have been comfortable with that. And so like now that I have it, I'm like, oh, this sucks. Like a rat freaking waiting for the gym to open to go shower and brush my teeth and saying bye to all my friends after practice and going to my house next door and hanging out in the van and
parked
napping.
right outside the
My manager waking me up at 9 in the morning.
Just rocking the van.
With his mustache looking at me. Like, now it's like, oh, this isn't fun. Freaking using your wall outlets to charge all my portable chargers.
Yeah, anytime.
That's the only reason I'm doing this podcast.
Outlet chargers.
That's how we sold them.
I need to charge my phone.
Dan, what's the hardest punch you ever taken?
Do you remember?
That was so random.
Oh, okay.
Probably that question.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone punches.
He's
hard.
like, here, let me show you.
I don't know.
Is there one though that you like remember?
One that you're like,
that was your.
There's one that I
Dang.
kind of remember.
You're like, oh my.
There's
Do you
one
want
that
to? You don't want to give him credit though.
No,
huh?
there's one that I remember.
I low-key,
I'll give him it.
Hype him up.
Cub Swanson.
Okay.
I had just gotten done winning a fight. I won on like Friday night. And so Friday night, I won on Saturday night. And then I went out with my buddy. I won Friday night. And then Saturday, I went out with my buddy who lived in Newport at the time from Chicago.
Where'd you guys go?
I don't know.
Okay,
Everywhere.
okay.
All over.
Where didn't they go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everywhere. And we just had fun. And I knew the next morning I had to go in and spar with Cub. He was fighting Kron Gracie. And during this time, I was even more one-dimensional. You know, just wrestling heavy. And basically I had to go spar Cub. And I even put a headgear on. I'm like, oh, man, he's going to fuck me up.
Be one of those days.
I was like, he knows I'm messed up. And we used to go train on Sundays because he would bring his family. You know, everyone would be there on Sundays just to hang out.
Yeah.
And he smoked me. And I was trying to be a good partner. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play dead. Like, I'm gonna let him hit me and pretend like we're in the fight. And I dropped to my knee. You know, I'm like trying to be a good actor. He hits me and I'm like, oh, I dropped to my knee. And all I see is him coming at me, and he just goes, boom, smokes me again. And this time I went, he laid me flat, and I was
Didn't
like,
have to
I
act?
got up, because then he beat me up, and I'm like, I got up, and I was like, man, I hope he knows I was acting. Like, damn, like that hurt.
You thought he got one over you?
That was one that I was like, that was good.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So it was in
funny.
training.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
because during that time he was about to fight, so you gotta
Yeah.
It gets tougher.
Yeah, you have people that put their health on the line, teammates that, you know, sacrifice a little bit for you to, you know, work.
Be ready.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
Who are you looking at for your next fight, or is there anybody you want to
Call him out.
Dude, I don't got anyone, man.
You don't got anybody?
I don't got anyone. I'm just I'm letting Cub take care of business first, you know, focusing on my friend. And
100%.
man, what I tell people, I'm like, the whole bantamweight division is stacked.
Yeah.
No matter who you fight, you're getting someone really good.
This is the hottest it's
And-
been.
Yeah, dude. And so just that alone is exciting. You know, the last guy I fought, you know, yeah, that sucked to get put to sleep with a second left in the second round.
Yeah.
but I got to grow a lot in that camp, that training camp. I became the best fighter I've ever become. And, you know, then to go to the fight and just wrestle, dominate this dude and be like, oh man, all that training I did, like, I don't even got to use it yet. And then get choked. I'm like, oh man, you know, it's tough. So like at that point, I'm like, whoever I'm going to fight, they're going to be really good. This kid was 14-0. You know, they're all going to be really good. And now it's time to step up to the plate and, you know, create the next version of myself. Like, you know, all my teammates right now are like, oh, this is the best you've ever looked. I don't even got a fight coming up. So I'm like, it makes me itch, you know. Whatever does get thrown my way, I just like, man, I hope it's in an arena. Yeah. I want to fight for a crowd so bad.
Dana
so
Hunter,
bad.
hit him up, bro. He's
Dude,
ready.
I want to fight in an arena. I haven't fought in an arena in the UFC.
That would be a different emotion.
I've never lost in an arena yet. So like, I don't, something about the arena, like fighting for people, that energy.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what you think. You know, when it's an arena, I fight like no one's watching. I'm having fun. You never know when it's your last time. Apex has been a little bit weird for me because I'm very much, sometimes it's hard for me to completely click in and be like, oh, this isn't training. This is real. There's a lot of eyes actually watching.
It's a weird crowd size.
Yeah, it's weird. It's different. You can hear everything. Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
You'll get something really good soon. I know it.
Whatever comes, you're ready for it, bro.
But we know we have Cubs fight coming up. We got Danny's fight coming up.
We'll be watching.
Be a good one.
But thank you so much for coming on the show.
Dude,
I hope this
thank
is the
you
first
guys.
of many.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll keep coming on.
Yeah.
I want to come on with one of my friends and bug them.
Yeah,
I'll help
let's
you
do it.
guys. I'll help you guys
Yeah.
with the embarrassing
Yeah,
questions.
We'll
No,
bug
you
him.
can come on and co-host it with us.
Who's next?
We could
Shark
talk
No
about
Teeth?
Anyone.
Shark No Teeth is next, huh?
Shark no teeth, yeah.
You'll find out.
We'll find out.
Sharko.
Okay, if we're gonna bug him though, you have to be here because
Yeah.
we can't
Yeah.
Maybe.
defend ourselves
Maybe.
from him after we
Maybe,
bug
maybe,
him.
maybe.
But
We
Thank
can't take
you.
the repercussions.
But yeah, dude, thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you so
Thank
much,
you
bro.
guys
This
for
is a
having me.
pleasure.
Yeah,
I wish
everybody.
we had more time. I would answer more questions.
No, don't worry
You're
about
awesome,
it.
bro.
Well,
But-
why don't you give these guys motivation? It's a Monday. They're just finishing up the
Monday?
episode.
Monday,
Monday
it's a
motivation.
Monday.
They're starting the week. Go David Goggins on them.
Listen, we're all really, really blessed. I'm here on, it's not a Monday. Oh,
For
it's
them.
Monday.
It's Monday. at 5 for
It
them.
is Monday.
Yes.
And we're
Should
all
be around
really
6
blessed.
p.m.
It's Monday
right now.
night. I'm here. I get to hang out with a cool group of dudes and talk about my life, my story, my career. And I get to really put things into perspective. You know, perspective's been everything in this career, and always understanding that it could be worse. It could get better, but it could be worse.
You could have no van.
It could be great. It could be worse. You know, and that's it. Perspective, man. It's everything. It's everything. So I just try to always think of that. Like when I'm laying in my green van at night.
How's
When
that
I'm
for
laying in my
perspective?
green van at night, and I just want to be home, you know, chilling with my girl, freaking, you know, having dinner and gonna have breakfast in the morning, hang out with my dog, drive a cool car to training.
Yeah.
I just picture, I'm like, a lot of people that are laying in their van at night don't have a house that they get to sleep in a couple of weeks. They don't have a special
The van is
girl
peak.
with them. They don't got this thing or that thing. They can't just go drive a different car. So I'm blessed. I really am. So I just put it into perspective that I'm choosing to do this stuff right now because it makes me understand what I have and appreciate what I have.
For sure.
It makes me better at the end of the day.
Yeah, but
That's awesome.
Perspective.
thank you
Perspective.
guys for watching. Please subscribe. We're
Hit
gonna
that
have
button.
crazier guests
And
on.
go to Dan's page for those feet pics.
Yeah, go to Dan's
Ooh.
Instagram. We'll link everything
$6.99
below.
a
I'm
piece.
selling them.
Meatball toes.
I'm selling them. 5 for 1.
Oh, that's more editing for me. 5 for 1. Well, we'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you. Peace.